What's up, everybody? I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I want to introduce myself. I am the announcer, the promoter. Y'all know who I am. It's the Duck. Now, coming to the stage is Dominique and his friend Dartisha.
Man, what's good, what ain't good, what's always good, what is good, everybody, and everybody was good. Y'all know who it is. It is your boy, Dominique, once again, with the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. I am here on a Tuesday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and y'all already know that I had to come on today, regardless of the situation, we's got to talk about some shit. Y'all already know. Now, before we get started, y'all already know I don't do this show alone. Before I bring out my crazy guests, because they all crazy just like me, I gotta pay some bills like I always do. You are now tuned in to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where we are here every Tuesday, every other Tuesday, or whatever the hell we feel like coming on. You can always reach us at YouTube at Dominique McKinney. You can reach us on Snapchat. You can also reach us on our fan page at the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. We also on Snapchat at Dominique29. If you want to be a blessing to the show, or just me or anybody else, or just you feel like giving me some money because gas prices is high as hell, you can hit me up at $Nico42. I'm also on TikTok at Dominique41. IG at Dominique29. Also hit Brenda Cosbury up at all of her social media platforms at IG, TikTok at Ignomatic Scorp. And I have the crew with me here today. Also, I got Keita Boo. Hit her up at Nikita Hightower on IG at Keita Boo33. And we got my favorite homie. She here, Crystal, a.k.a. Sky. You can catch her at Crystal_Leash. On the gram itself, Kendra says, hey, she probably gonna pop on in. Now, some people say they're gonna pop on in, because y'all know I want all the smoke today. Plain and simple. I want all the damn smoke. It ain't no two ways about it. Smoke is gonna be had, smoke is gonna be given, and that's what it is. Now, let's get into the, we ain't gonna hold no punches. Now, the one thing I will say is we will respect everybody's opinion on this show. But y'all know the motto of my show, ain't no subject taboo. We talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about here on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday. So as it stands, what I'm going to do, I am going to let everybody have their piece and have their say. And as a gentleman, I'm going to come in dead last. Is that okay with the church? The church say amen. The church say, I know how they do that. I'd be like, no, it ain't good enough, fool. I don't want to talk to you like that. You know, I'm just saying. But let's bring out my co-host today. Some people may pop in. I don't know yet. I'm hoping that they do. But if they don't, that's fine. They here, still here. We gonna bring in my first co-host. She is my boo. She is my friend. She is my headache. She is my pain. Keita Boo. What up, Keita Boo?
Hey.
Oh, Lord, y'all, she done got cute for the show. Look at she messing with her hair, the whole 9 yards. The cats is put up. Somebody getting pregnant tonight.
I got 2 more weeks.
Just nasty. You know she nasty when she count down the hours, the days, all that good stuff. Yeah. Wait a minute, time out before we say anything. Look who decided to join the show. Big Little Snack, my little homie, my little brother Snack Packets here, Remy Barabbas. By the time he get on social media, I don't think he do smoke weed and shoot people for a living. That's great. Love him to death. So, Bridget Gray says, amen. I don't know why she amen when she should be on there too. And my big sister, Pony Love, is here. Pony. She is a Winnie the Pooh nut. If you have anything Winnie the Pooh paraphernalia, you will be robbed. Just saying. Now, I got to bring out my other girl. She's been my friend from another mother from long time. She's been in and out the hospital. She is the only 4'11" sexy diva that will cuss you out for saying something nice to her. Don't ask me why she got issues, y'all. But I love her dearly, but she my baby, though. Say hi to my girl, Sky. What up, Bo?
That's for you. What's up, dog?
Girl, is that an invitation, a request, or is that a demand?
Nice.
See, you know what? You wasn't present for the sniper position question. We gonna get to that later, because I know you gonna love that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all. So before we get into the get down and the get down, how has y'all week been going along?
It's really good. I can't complain. Like I said, I got some good news, so I really can't complain.
Which your good news is 2 weeks away?
2 to 3 weeks away, but I know I can do it in 2 weeks. I ain't sent out the warning message. Listen, you got 2 weeks to get it together.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to get it together.
Okay, so you can tap in. I'm sending out some links and stuff. People said that they want to come on to the show. So, I'm glad everybody's week is doing good. Y'all already know what we did. Y'all already know what the situation is, and the situation is Will Smith smacked the dog shit out of Chris Brown. Let's just call it what it was. Now, yet again, I am going to abstain for saying anything. I'm going to let everybody have their turn. Everybody have their time. So for my viewing listeners out there, you know, it's real simple. If you want to come onto the show, DM me right now. I will send you a link. You got to have a laptop or a phone. Please use headphones because it works a lot better. If you want to call into the show, let me know, and I will DM you personally if you don't want to be seen on camera. Okay? So, that's for everybody else. Now, what I'm going to do is the hell? Oh. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video. I don't know if the sound is going to come through, but y'all all heard it. Y'all all seen it. We've all seen it. But I'm going to play the video. If the sound don't come through, this the sheer force of the smack will let you know what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and share the screen. Let's see here. Share screen. I'm going to choose which one. This here. And I'm going to go ahead and play this and let the people see what it is. I don't know if the sound is there.
No sound.
No sound?
No sound.
Okay. Well, y'all saw it.
Yeah.
We did.
It's coming, y'all. Just hey, okay. That's the mad part. He trying to clean it up right now. He made the joke, y'all. Yes, I'm gonna narrate this motherfucker. Basically, what he said is, I said the joke. Fuck you, nigga. Okay, here come Will Smith. Watch the swag. Watch the swag. Bam. Okay, I'll stop. At this moment right here, Chris Rock instantly became Pookie off of New Jack City. Instantly. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
See that swag? Did y'all see the swag? Did you see the swag?
That's not swag.
Chris Rock was so stunned, he was just, scratched out on TV. Yes, he said, yes! Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. That's what he said. Let me repeat it again for you, the hearing impaired. He said, keep my wife's name. Here we go. Watch it one more again. One more again.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
He said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. That's what he said. We're going to watch the video again. We have to.
We don't have
Not right now.
Okay.
But we're going to watch it towards the end of this show. We're going to watch it. So Kendra says, ha, ha, ha. She said, I'm so happy it happened. All right. So I'm going to let y'all say y'all piece. And then I'm going to come in last. Because we got some shit to talk about. So we're going to let Sky go first. You know. Because I already know what she gonna say. She gonna be emotional about it. Because she's just, that's how short people do. We emotional. All right, Sky, go ahead. We're gonna let you have the flow.
Y'all can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I ain't echoing or nothing. I'm good.
You good?
Okay. So what I gotta say is defend your wife by all means. He felt like that man disrespected him, so he got the shit knocked out his ass. Period. So I'm with Will, you know. Hey, I felt like he was playing, but you know, maybe it wasn't. I guess based off how the audience reacted to it, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe he was just like, F this. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in his place and keep talking about my wife. You know, she got alopecia. That's something, you know, like she can't grow her hair like she's supposed to. And then you go and make this joke about her. It was very offensive. So maybe he felt like, okay, I got to check. If I don't check him now, he's going to do it again the next time we get into a circle or area or whatever together. So checking now, I bet nobody else will talk about his wife no more after that. So I thought he was, I mean, you know, it was in the right. If I'm a man, I mean, if I'm a woman and somebody disrespect my husband as a man, a woman, I'm gonna check him. I'm gonna check him, just like spouse. That if I was a man, I would have did the same thing. I mean, I don't think he was wrong from what he did. You know, all the black people like, you know, he shouldn't have did this, he shouldn't have did that. Okay, but he is checking the whole situation now, and nobody else won't play him no more. They won't open their mouth about Jada no more. That's my thoughts on it. Go ahead.
All right, Keita, what you think?
You know, I got a mouthful, but I'm gonna keep it short. Basically, from what I did, I listened to a lot of podcasts and listened to a lot of different point of views. Some of them I agree with, and some of them I didn't agree with. Right? And that situation pissed me off so bad that I've unfriended a few people on Facebook because it's like everybody's like, "Go Will, go Will." Basically, from my understanding is, Chris Rock said something back in 2016 when Will Smith and Jada were trying to boycott the Oscars because it was so white. And then Chris Rock came on there and said on 2016, basically saying like, you know, how can you boycott something that you wasn't invited to? Okay, it's a little low blow, but it's a little low blow. But again, that's 2016, right? Mm-hmm. If you have a problem with the man since 2016, then you handle it back then. You don't wait 6 years later to slap me in front of everybody. I get you guys. I'm never going to tell nobody not to defend their wife or not to defend their household. Me personally, my electoral relationship or whoever I'm with, I got you. Now, nowadays, I try not to pop off because people get killed for less. You know what I'm saying? So if that was me and Will, we would have discussed it beforehand. You know what's name's going to be there. You know he's going to say some dumb shit, but guess what? We better than that. You know what I'm saying? And if when the camera pans to us, we're going to act like we better than that. Let him say what he got to say and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because we handled that long time ago. Mm-hmm. We better than that. But at the end of the day, what Chris Rock said was not, that did not warrant him to be slapped in front of millions of people, in front of his kids, his family. He didn't expect that because you see when Will Smith was walking up to him, he kind of leaned in like, what's going on? So for that man to dog slap him like that, he's lucky that it wasn't me. Because if I was Chris Rock's woman, I'd have jumped off the stage if he didn't. Who the fuck are you putting your hands on to? You know what I'm saying? And if you that damn sensitive, stop putting your business out there on the red tabletop. Stop every time I look on TV, you running your mouth. There was a petition at one point that people would sign a petition basically telling Will and Jada to shut up because we're tired of hearing you talking. So you put your business out there, people make comments, now you sensitive, and you sit your bald-headed self up front, and then you get sensitive when somebody makes a joke about you being bald-headed. If he wasn't saying anything about alopecia. He just said something about, her being G.I. Jane #2. It was a corny joke. But for you to walk your behind up there and slap him and everybody's like, oh, go Will. That's not, because you took away Chris Rock's choice to defend himself or to say anything. Because he's, in his mind, he has to fight back his natural reaction because he's doing his job. That's unfair. So you can slap the man. He couldn't do what he wanted to do because of where he was at. That's another thing. And then you're going to get up there and apologize to everybody else, but not me, or with some corny joke. If I was Chris Rock, for as long as I'm breathing, I'm making your life hard as hell. I'm going to make it hard for you to get any kind of TV movie, anything. It's going to be on site every time I see you. And then I'm not gonna file charges, but I'm gonna make sure I tap them pockets. You gonna really think about that before you put your hands on me again. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, with and one more thing, I'm gonna say this and I'm done. With Jada, every time somebody messes up or do something dumb, they come to her red table talk. Oh, the main thing she'll say is, you're better than that. We gotta, do better for our community. We gotta, you gotta make sure you don't do that again. Then her mama will get something prolific. But it's okay for you to go out there, and I get that you may not like the joke, but it's okay for you to send your husband up there to slap the shit out of somebody who did not deserve it, because you should have handled that a long time ago. Will should have pulled him aside and said, hey, that was uncalled for. Can you go out there and apologize? And Chris Rock would have came out there in front of millions and say, hey, what I said was uncalled for. I apologize. So in my opinion, Will needs his ass whooped. And that's all I had to say about it.
Dom.
Y'all sure y'all ready for me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just sending out this. Let me just send this out real quick. And I am going to say what I need to say.
Oh, and hold on. Y'all know how everybody keeps talking about August Alsina? The real reason why he will know better not to put his hand on August, because August is about that life. He know if anybody else would have said that joke, he wouldn't have got his happy ass up on that stage. And everybody's like, well, you should have punched August. He know August is about that life. There wouldn't have been no Will.
Okay. Everybody said what they had to say, right? I need to know. I just need to know. All right. So, let me go through the comments real quick. Bridget said, Christian said he opened his mouth and he got hit in it. I believe that. Miss Love Quinn said, why do folks keep putting the blame on Jada like she sent him up there? He's a grown man. Okay. Jay Fon said, talking about Kendra's birthday. Ebony Denise says she right, tell the truth that matters. I agree with her to the fullest. All righty, now you time for the main event. What the hell I got to say? This is my show. Don't give two shits what y'all think, but I love everybody. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. First and foremost, a man's job is to do two things. That is to protect and to provide. Let's just get that clear. Now, everybody's saying, well, Chris Rock didn't deserve that. You're absolutely right. He didn't deserve that. He deserved that and more. For the simple fact, this is not your first time taking a jab at somebody or at this person directly. At 2016, they were standing up for what they believed in about this white show. Now, let's just keep in mind, the Oscars, black people were never invited to the Oscars. Okay? Never. Just recently, Will and Jada Smith was one of the few actors and actresses that stood up and got ridiculed. Now, the only people that are upset about Will Smith doing what he did is black people. Let's just keep in mind, everybody that is commenting, that's saying that, oh, he should have done this, he should have found a better way. No, because at the end of the day, when you're women, when you're out with your man, and somebody comes disrespects you in that form of fashion, and your man, you're not going to tell your man, honey, go get his phone number so we can sit and chat later and have a biblical discussion. Or just let it go. No, you want him to fuck him up. Because that is your primal instinct. I am so sick and tired of people thinking that black people, who are the most forgiving people in the world, have to act a certain way. Who are we trying to please? We're trying to please the white man. Because that's what white society says. We're supposed to act a certain way. We're supposed to be better than that. Excuse my language. Fuck that. Because if you run up on me and you say something to mine, there's no handling it later. There's no, we're going to talk about it. No, you're allowed to get hit in your mouth for running up. Now, here's the other problem that I see. For so long, women have been claiming that men ain't shit. that they are not masculine enough, that they some bitch ass niggas, that they soft. And yes, half these niggas is fruity out here. Been becoming fruity for years. The moment you see somebody grab his balls and be a man, now he should have done that. There is a time and a place for everything. You're absolutely right. But did Chris Rock think about what he said in front? Did he even think about it? Now, I get it. He did not say it to offend her or her alopecia. He just made a bad joke. But how men handle problems, since you said it in front of everybody, let's deal with it in front of everybody. It's just that simple. Because the longer you wait, it takes on more things. More people get to saying stuff. More people getting added to something. Nikita, I know you personally. I know you, and you know I know you. You know if you and me are out and about and somebody disrespects you in any way, do you think I'm going to let that happen? Just yes or no?
No.
Now, hold on. Before you say anything, are you going to stop me? Because you already know how I act. You already know how I'm going to come. And I'm nobody. I'm just a little short fat motherfucker with a shitty podcast. You know if I'm out with you and anybody disrespects you, how am I going to come? How am I going to come?
You gonna do what you gotta do, but
hold on, now stop. Now hold on. You know I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm not gonna walk up and say, "Hey, sir, hey, that was just fucking wrong." No, just call. Here's my debit card. You know who to call. When she get that collect call, tell her to put some money on my books. Don't worry about the bonds when I be out Monday. I think it is time out for us as a people to stop rolling over and playing dead for a bunch of motherfuckers that don't think two shits about us. These white people don't, and here's the crazy part, white people don't even give a fuck about it. It's the black people, and the same black people, and I'm going to go into this. Now, I had everybody say their piece, and when I'm done, I'll let y'all get y'all rebuttals. The same black people talking about, oh, if he ran up on stage on me, I'm going to do this. Okay, so go to him right now and go say something in front of Jada Hinton right now. Please do. Every last one from Ricky Smiley, all these other people. I heard Ricky Smiley talking about, well, he was wrong. Now his kids got to have security. But just last year, you posted a video about you about to dig off into some white lady's ass, some white dude's ass for calling a black lady a nigger at the marina where your boat was. And you had your Q-Dog friends there. Y'all about to jump him. Y'all told him, if you don't apologize, we going to whoop your ass. Now it's wrong when Will Smith does it. Fuck that. He said it in public, you get your ass whooped in public. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it is two men that had an issue. It got dealt with by those two men. Now, I'm not the type of person that's going to apologize for something that I don't feel like I did. I don't give a shit who around. So they're mad because he didn't apologize to Chris Rock when he got his Oscar and stuff. Maybe he didn't feel like he was sorry. The only reason why it's a big thing is because our people have put him on such a pedestal. Now, you made mention of August Alsina. August Alsina ain't about that life. He's a fruity fag with a big dick that's going around shoulder. That's it. He's a fruity. He is not about that life. Because when he got checked by Bow Wow, of all motherfucking people, he 12. He gonna stay 12. He didn't do shit. But why would he slap August Alsina when him and his wife were separated at the time? They were separated. Now, where August got, where he tried to claim his fame is, oh, I went to Will Smith and asked permission. Was it okay for me to bang your wife? Nigga, is you stupid? I don't give a shit we separated or not. It's out of sight, out of mind. Now, also, remember, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett been taking shots for years. Been taking shots. Now, yes, when you live your life in public, that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all know what they failed to realize and what they forgot? That he was a nigga from Philly. From West Philly, born and raised. When you strip away the fame, when you strip away everything, he is still a man. He is still a man. And what women need to do, and I'm going to sound so sexist, let men be men. Yes, you're there for reasoning, you're there for counsel, but at the end of the day, if you know I'm about to smash or get down with somebody, okay, baby, just know, when your ass get out of jail, you owe me for buying you out. Or I ain't gonna buy you out because we can't afford it. But you have to let men be men. Now, I'm gonna touch on another subject. Let's talk about the Oscars and how comedy came about and stuff. This was a show that black people were not invited to just until recently. And yes, it was produced by a black man. Will Smith's actions didn't take away from nobody that got an award. It was in the heat of the moment. We all do things in the heat of the moment. Now, let's take it a step back further. These same people that we are trying to impress are the same people that enslaved us. Because remember, the slave master used slaves for entertainment, for comedy, for music, for slugfest, for fighting. This is how now we made it our own. Now, they're talking about Will is an embarrassment. Okay, I can think of 1,000 other black people that have embarrassed us, but don't nobody say nothing. Let me give you an example. P. Diddy. You tell me one thing that he has done for the culture that is correct. Oh, I can tell you a bunch of other things that when he did the making of the band, how he made them sign those contracts to where he is still getting millions today. He took advantage of those kids. Made them walk 10 miles from Brooklyn to Harlem for a piece of cheesecake. That was an embarrassment. Still to this day, he is collecting millions of dollars. Millions. He is still collecting millions of dollars on Biggie. Do you know he owns the rights to Eazy-E stuff? P. Diddy does, and won't let his daughter rap on the album, but he gave it to Megan Thee Stallion. There's 1,000 other people that can say somebody. The only reason why it's news is because it's Will Smith. But when you take away the fame, when you take away the money, he's still a man. And even if he does not act a day in his life, the man got more money than God. You think he gives a crap about what Hollywood says? Now let's go. Now, if we really want to talk about Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein raped half of Hollywood. Him and his goons. And some of the top black people like Oprah are friends with him and defended him. Nobody said nothing when Donald Trump was going around here saying it's okay to touch women's vaginas and had a whole insurrection at the damn Capitol. And these same black people that are bashing Will voted for Donald Trump. All I'm saying is, could it have been handled differently? It could have. But at the end of the day, who are we impressing? Who? And because at the end of the day, ladies, let's just be honest. If you're in public and somebody disrespects you and your man who you lay down with don't do shit, are you still going to be with him? Fuck no, you going to look nigga. I can whoop that motherfucker and you ain't doing shit. These are primal instincts. Primal instincts. Now, yes, I saw the video where Will thought it was funny. But you ladies, y'all, what you fail to realize is y'all can give a nigga that look. It can speak volumes. You either A, you cut off, or you know you ain't getting no coochie tonight. Or nigga, you know you in trouble. That look he gave him sent him off. He better go do something. Now, yes, maybe he took it too far. I agree with you. It could have been done differently. I'm not going to disagree with that. But at the end of the day, as men, this is how we supposed to handle problems. It's been so many bitch ass niggas nowadays running around with this fruity ass shit. Ain't no masculinity being portrayed. I said this the other day to somebody. You cannot expect a 1960s man with chivalry when you a 2021 hoe. Plain and simple. You can't expect me to do boyfriend type things without boyfriend type privileges. That's just all I got to say. Now I'm gonna let y'all rebuttal. That's just all I'm gonna say. Y'all go ahead, rebuttal.
I got nothing to say. Nikita.
At the end of the day, if we're out in public, if somebody's being disrespectful, because people lose their life for less dumb shit.
True.
I've been in situations where I've been out with my man and one of his friends was hella disrespectful. Was whispering in her ear they want to fuck with my man 2 feet away from me. I kept that shit to myself because I know if I told him, he was gonna burn that motherfucking house down. So there are certain situations where yes, you as a man, you have to protect me. But me also, as a woman, as your woman, I want you to come home to me every night. I don't want to see you in a position where we could have walked away. Yeah, you may be pissed off, but you still coming home to me. So in a lot of situations, if I can avoid it, I will. Either I don't tell you or I'll do my best to, say, baby, it's not even worth it. Because like I said, people lose their life over nothing. And I hate for something small to end up you in a body bag. So again, I'm not going to take it away of you being a man and protecting me. I get that. You got to do what you got to do because you jump off and start fighting. Guess what? I'm jump off and I'm starting fighting. Everybody getting their ass whooped.
Thank you.
You're not going to disrespect me, and I'm not going to have my man out there fighting and I'm not going to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So but to avoid that, because like I said, as black people, I don't want my man with the law. I don't want him in front of no judge or locked up because they don't give a fuck about us. So if I can avoid it, I will. But at the end of the day, I get that he was upset. I get that he felt disrespected. But I'm going to stand on this. Don't put your motherfucking hands on me. Don't slap me in my mouth because you felt disrespected. That joke was not warranted. And everybody said, well, Jada did, because you saw Will laugh. And like you said, she gave him that look and he jumped up and did something. I get that she gave you that look and you feel like you had to defend yourself. But at the end of the day, when people come on her show, if somebody did that and they came on her show, she'd be like, that was wrong. And then they would just give them a whole speech how they should have did better, how we should have did better as a community. But it's okay for you to do it. Again, the joke was not that damn serious. And if you mad at me for I said 6 years ago, you should have handled it back then. Don't come on this show stealing your feelings about something I said in 2016 and you still mad. If you that mad, then don't go. But again, you took that man's response away. You slapped him in his mouth. Like you said, you talked about slavery. That's one of the things that they used to do back then. The biggest and bulkiest man, they used to rape them, humiliate them, slap them in their mouth to show that I'm dominant. So that's something that people take seriously. You know what I'm saying? I know me, man or not, you hit me in my mouth, it's on.
And I agree with you. I agree with that. So now check this out. You right. So you shouldn't be mad at Will. You need to be mad at Chris. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I agree. You run up on me and you hit me in my mouth, I'm telling you now, there's no security. There's no. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have dove on him. I'd have bit your ankles. Now, I get that. You cannot. He didn't take nothing away from Chris. Chris allowed that to happen. He chose to take a better road. Now, what people are getting upset about is you did it in public and in front of people. That's what a lot of our people are upset about. I've even heard the people say, well, she forced him to go up there and do that. He didn't force nobody to do nothing. He saw that his wife was in pain.
But just like Will was upset and he was in pain because of what happened. you take your frustration and you put it out on me. So the same shit that the pain and frustration that you're going through, now you put that on that man that didn't ask for it. Can you think how his family would feel? How his daughters is feeling watching the daddy be humiliated on TV?
But stop. But hold on. He did the same shit though. He humiliated her.
No, but again, that joke was not that damn serious. And if you was mad about something I said 6 years ago, then you should have handled that shit 6 years ago. Do not take your frustration out on me, hit me in my mouth because you upset. Now I would have agreed I would have been okay with Will just standing up from the sideline and say, "Hey, keep her name out your mouth." Because if you remember when he said that, he was like, "You know what? Okay, I'll do it. I stop." You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that he even wrote that joke? It's people coming back say he didn't even write that damn joke, but he was just doing his job. Again.
So my question is, what if he had not reacted? Would Jada had got on his ass once he got home?
That's between him and Jada.
But you're missing the whole point. Comedy is one thing, right? There are many successful comedians that are successful without roasting somebody, without taking a jab at somebody, without cussing, the whole 9 yards. Okay? What Chris Rock did was he made a bad joke. Okay? You made a bad joke in front of millions. That's part of, you know what? And for every action, there's a reaction. It's just that simple. For your action of embarrassing her, you got embarrassed too. Because at the end of the day, let's two things. Who does not know that black women love their hair? That is a part of our culture. That is a part of your makeup as a black woman. You love your hair. Whether it's yours, it's real, you cut it off or not. Then on top of that, you have a critically acclaimed documentary about black women's hair. And if you go back through that documentary, it talks about alopecia. Now, whether he knew that Jada had alopecia or not, I don't know. I don't think, and I agree with you, that the comment was not that bad. It was more of a compliment than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because in one retrospect, you can look at it as he was saying that, yo, you a tough ass chick. You know what I'm saying? Because Jada ain't no punk. She's been in action movies. You know what I'm saying? Hell, that could have been him. And something else too. Chris Rock is not tripping for the simple fact he's going to make millions off of this. His ticket sales is going to go through the roof because of this situation. He's going to make it a part of his comedy. The same way Cat Williams, when he got beat up by that little 14-year-old boy, and it was all over YouTube, what did he do? He put that in that comedy and sold out. How I know? I was on tour with him. Hold on, let me address a couple of comments real quick. Bridget Gray said Chris Rock says went up by $300.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Sherry Sanders said she should have calmed her king down. Queens protect their kings. I agree. Says I agree with her. She thought the same how I felt as well. And she said Will did apologize to Chris, but Chris did apologize. I will say he did. Yes, he did. I saw it.
No, no, the one that came out, there was people that came out and there was like the apology that was put out was not him.
I don't know if he did or not. I saw some that he said he did. I saw some that he said he did.
Roland Martin put it out. He was like that wasn't him, and a few other people.
You know, I do feel like he does owe him an apology. I seriously think he does. They both owe each other an apology.
I agree.
You know, and that's just as honest as I can put it. They both owe each other an apology. But
You also got to think about this too. The same people that's saying Will is okay for slapping him, you got a bunch of kids, you got a bunch of rappers and shit like that feel the same way. You disrespected me, now I'm gonna go out there and fight. And then we get mad because they out there shooting and killing each other. But no. It's okay because he's offending himself. He felt disrespected. So how come Will can do it, but then you get mad at these kids for going out there shooting and killing each other because they felt like they was offending themselves?
I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong.
And I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying the same people that's justifying it, you're also letting other people know, hey, well, since Will can do it, if I feel disrespected, then I'm gonna go up there and shoot people because at the end of the day, you like I said, all I'm gonna say is whether I'm gonna agree to disagree. Everybody has their point of view. I can't change how you feel or how you say it. All I'm saying is we gotta think of the bigger picture. Yes, he felt disrespected and he felt like at that time I gotta defend my wife. I'm never gonna tell a man whether I agree with you or not. Like if me and you were out, whether I agree with you or not, I'm never gonna tell you not to do your job. You're gonna defend me. That's one thing I love about you. You got my back. But at the end of the day, you also got to think about other things. Think about the shit. It's not that damn serious. If you mad about that shit, you should have handled that shit 6 years ago. Don't wait 6 years now to slap me.
But who's to say that he didn't? Because you know what? But listen, there's been rumors, and I can't confirm it, but they said they addressed it then. You know what I'm saying? Because I do remember in the news that they were talking about this. You know what I'm saying? But here's the fact that you did it, whether he addressed it then or not. He did it now. Now, hold on. Now, here's something that's really important. Bridget says, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, she says, we always say black man doesn't support the black woman, and now it happens. Now, here's the thing. Nobody can tell me how I can defend my loved one or what's right or what's wrong. Now, what society says, this Western society has came up with certain rules and regulations that they deem as right or wrong. Because if you go back to our culture in Africa, you didn't have this, because you would be shunned in your village if you did something like that. You would be beaten to death in your village if you did something like this. But we're living in the Western world, so we have to go by the Western rules, right? We have to play by their rules. Now, in the Western rules, right, they're basically saying that it is not okay to defend yourself, that you're supposed to call on the police, that you're supposed to find a better way. Says who? Because at the end of the day, now let's just take the situation and go back to what we always talk about, police brutality and, policing and stuff. Right now, I don't feel that the police can save me or defend me or my family better than I can. If you break into my house, I am not calling 911. Not then. I'm going to take you out, and I'm gonna call the non-emergency line. No, it ain't no emergency. He dead already. Whenever y'all ready to come get his body, he here. He broke in my shit that I worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. I just don't believe that nobody can tell me defending mine, how to defend it, if it's right or wrong. That's on me. Now, yes, as my better half, you're supposed to support me and give me an option and give me other ways to think about it. But at the end of the day, you gotta let me. That's just like if you my woman and you out here with the neighbor, y'all getting into it. And I'm going to tell you, look, if she run up on you again, whoop her ass. And I'm going to be right out there with you and let a motherfucker jump on in. Now, I'm going to tell you first, let's just walk away. And if it persists again, whoop her ass. And I'm going to be right there with you and hope a bitch will. I promise I don't hit females, I don't condone violence, but if another female jump in, she getting hit with a chair. I ain't going to put my hands on her, but I'll throw a brick at her.
But you know what? I also think that Will premeditated this shit, because there's pictures online where him and Jada taking pictures talking about we get ready to cause chaos before they walk into the fucking Oscars. Second of all, you already know every year, every Oscar, somebody's gonna get up there and make fun of people. You already know. You already know that you and your wife is gonna sit up front. You don't too much care for this man, so you already know what the hell is about to happen. So you still had enough time to prepare yourself to say, hey, like I said, I get that he may have been upset, but baby, we better than this. We damn near billionaires. We better than this. Don't embarrass yourself. Go up there and get that Oscar and walk off with that swag. Do what
But
you
who
got.
is he impressing?
But again, you ain't got to impress nobody. It's me and you. If I'm
But still though, you're saying, but what you're saying is that he should have just walked up there and left it alone. But why? Why can't he defend his wife the way that he wants to?
Again, I'm gonna be done with this. Again, I can't tell nobody how not to defend their wife. But again, let the punishment match the crime. He said a lame ass joke. The worst thing you could do was just yell at him. But you slapping that man in his mouth for saying something lame. First of all, now and that's something that he does every year. He makes fun of other people. He does it. So you knew what the fuck you was getting yourself into before you and your bald-headed ass wife sat up there in that joke. So y'all already knew. You said before you got in there, we getting ready to cause chaos. Do your research.
But I don't. You know what? I think that's a far reach. I think that's a far reach to say that.
You knew what was going. You knew what was going to happen. That's like.
But I think what you're doing. I think what you're doing is you're trying to connect those dots like conspiracy thing. I don't think that the chaos that they hold on. I don't think that the chaos that they were talking about was we're gonna go up here and set Chris Rock straight. I think the chaos that they were talking. Hold on. I think what they were. This is just me. They were talking about if he wins, that's chaos. Because remember, we're at a white event that black people don't win. That's now, and I think yes, people are trying to connect those dots. And even if he did or not, whether it was a setup and it was premeditated or not, in one retrospect, he had it coming. Because here you as a black man, and you see somebody else fighting for justice, and you make fun of them, don't you think that he was wrong for taking those shots?
He don't have to agree with you.
But hold on. Just like the same way, you can't say what's good is not good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm not saying what Will Smith did was right or wrong, or that Chris Rock deserved it. I think they're both wrong. Because whether the joke was lame or not, he didn't have to say that joke. He didn't. Chris Rock chose to say that. He chose that. Nobody forced him. It wasn't on the teleprompter. And one thing, when you roast somebody, you and I both know, ain't nobody got to take that crap. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was premeditated or not. You know, you said something and it got a response.
I just want to say, I just felt like it would have been repercussions if had he not reacted the way he is. We know how Jada is. I feel like she would have just went off on him once they got to that. Like, really? You gonna let him disrespect me and you not say nothing in front of nobody? Like, so regardless if it was right or not, you know what I'm saying? He reacted because he know it was gonna be some repercussion behind what this man said. And if he didn't set the record straight, then it was gonna be some other shit once they got home. That's what I feel like. I mean, just based off her energy and how she is, she definitely would have said some shit after the fact. You know what I'm saying? At home together. Will, what the hell were you doing? What you doing?
Okay, let me go through these comments. Let me go through these comments real quick. You continue. So Marilyn says his ass shouldn't have laughed first. Bridget said, and I agree with that, but maybe he thought it was funny. But then when you see your wife is in pain, I ain't no more laughter. It's action. So Bridget said, I laugh when I'm pissed. Ebony said, wow, preach. And she said, I said the same thing. Chris Rock is a comedian. The world knows he's going to open up a show. Okay, stop that. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move on, right? Just because you're a comedian does not mean that your comedy has to be about taking shots at people. You don't have to be a comedian in order to have respect for somebody. I can name 5 different comedians that are successful that don't take shot at people. But hold on. But still, time out. What I'm saying is y'all saying it's justified because he's a comedian. No, it's not justified because you're a comedian. Because all comedy ain't like that. All comedy's not like that. That's a chosen comedy. That's a chosen style.
And just
Because
like
if you really want to look at it, if you really want to look at it, let's look at it like this. What Chris Rock did was went around the room and tried to embarrass everybody, in a funny way. Everybody's not like that. In today's age, yeah, you got to be careful what you say. Because everybody's so touchy. The letter people are touchy about everything. You know the Lifka people, LGBTQ 7, 9, 8, 10, whatever the hell them people is, they touchy about every goddamn thing. If the rainbow ain't included in the game of pool, they ready to ban Netflix about some dumb shit because you motherfuckers want to play hide the Peter Pecker. It ain't my fault you're proud to saying and licking hot dogs and buns and shit, but I got to sit there and say, no, I do not have to sit there and accept your bullshit. Now let me go on with the comments real quick, because this is another deep one. Rufus said he wasn't defending Jada. It was deeper than that. He yelled and keep my name out your effing mouth, and it wasn't meant for the world to keep forgetting that he did everything and think that Will is soft and they got to see pent up rage. Marlon says Chris could have killed him. It happened. Bridget said, if I'm talking about people, I better be prepared to get hit, comedy or not. I agree with that. If you're talking about somebody, period, whether it's comedy, whether we're joking around, now I do believe if you cannot take the heat, what's that old saying? If you do not take the heat, get out the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be playing around with people if you can't take it. Now, before we move any further, we got the light-skinned person, she's one half of the Oreo thing. She looked like an extra and set it off. And I'm pretty sure all we're going to hear in the next 5 minutes is in the grand scheme of things, because that's her favorite damn word. But we going to give a shout out to my homegirl, your homegirl, Ig McNatic scored. BC, what up, boy? What you doing?
You see? I'm going to say this real quick. Well, yeah, everybody that's defending Will, don't be mad when you watch out now, that because everybody keeps saying that comedy is a dying art. Don't be mad that now that the next time, don't be mad when they start making some changes. Then you're going to be like, well, what happened to the comedy? Now everybody's too fucking sensitive and you can't get out there and really do what you got to do. So that, again, you can't say we want comedians and you want everybody to be open and free and you keep saying everybody's sensitive. Okay.
But remember what you said. Though. Remember what you said.
No, but again, you can't. So when you start watching shit change, then blame him. Y'all think the shit is funny now, but watch the shit that he did. It's going to have repercussions. Again, like I said, and I'm done with it. I get that he was defending, even though I may disagree with it or not. Again, if you gonna punch me in my mouth, make sure the punishment is, make sure it matches the crime. I said a corny ass joke because remember that transgender girl. A couple weeks ago, she was right in their face and she was hella disrespectful. You know the reason why they ate that? Because they didn't want to be canceled by the LGBT. But she did that shit right in front of their face and talked about the entanglement. But they shut that shit down. But he gets up there and make a corny ass joke. Now I need to be slapped in my mouth. Miss me with that.
Okay, then what you should do is you should be mad at Chris Rock for not responding. Period. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you slap me in my mouth and I stand there, I decided to stand there. Fuck the Academy Awards. Fuck all that. Chris Rock is a millionaire too. He got bread too. He chose to stand there and take the high road. Now, let's just be honest. Chris Rock is from Bed-Stuy. He ain't no soft motherfucker. He's from Bed-Stuy. And there's some gangsters that come out of Bed-Stuy. He chose to stand there. It's not that he just slapped him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You're basically saying the punishment don't fit the crime. It does. Because you know why? That's how men handle it. What you're describing on what do is how women handle it. Because women are more emotional than men. Men, we think in two directions, forward and backwards. That's it. What happened with Will Smith was
y'all are behind jails and
but that's the whole point though. That's how we are bred. Men are for two things: protection, and we provide. We all that other stuff, we leave that up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, there are other men that are educated and more refined in that, and he should have done this, he should have been so nice in that. But at the end of the day, who the fuck are we impressing? Because again, if you're out in public with your dude and some dude walks up to you and says something crazy to you, you are not going to tell your man, baby, go get his phone number, text him, and we'll talk about it later. You're going to expect your man to defend you to the utmost power. Period. Now let me stop, because BC is here with all her tattoos.
Okay, so I'm going to chime in. I had a lot to say, but I saw a post today, and I find it very true, because if they were, okay, so essentially they said if it was a joke about the ABCDEFG community,
Lifka 7. Lifka 7.
But essentially, literally, that was the post. Was but it was talking about if it had been anything like that, that joke would not have flown. They would have been all over his ass like white on rice. I just think it's interesting that in the grand scheme of stuff, as
she said it. In the grand scheme of things,
as black men go, especially in that situation, if they gonna throw down, they gonna punch. I find it interesting that he just slapped him. He did not punch him, because there's a lot of people, that now I'm not saying he didn't feel disrespected, but in that moment, especially if you were that heated about it, you're going to go, well, you going to pop him in the nose. He going to have a broken nose, bleed, something. All he did was walk up and slapped him.
You know why? Let's be honest. Now, I'm going to tell you how men think. If I punch you, that's okay. But if I slap you, I'm going to embarrass you the same way you tried to embarrass me. Now, that part I agree with Nikita. It was an embarrassment. And that's what I think was delivered. He slapped him in public the same way you talked about his wife in public. He embarrassed him. It's just that simple. That's how men think. Men don't think about we should just kumbaya. I'm thinking about how I can deliver the most damage to you in a short amount of time span. Do you know how disrespectful it is for somebody to open slap you instead of punch you? That's just like the same way somebody's spitting on you. You can't just spit on me. You have to die. That means every waking bone in my body means I have to come find you and destroy you. That's how I see it, because I'm looking at it from a primal standpoint. He defended his woman. And he embarrassed the same. Ooh, I'm on the way after the show. Anyway, damn, she must have had a hard day. She drinking straight from the bottle. No cup, no. What the hell? Time out. Stop the show. We're going to get back to the show in just a second, y'all. Let's pause for a quick second. What the hell? She just took it. What's that show? Intervention? With the crackheads and the liquor people, right? They're like, BC, you alright, girl?
Snoop, I did. I'm tired.
It was one of them days?
All my life I've had to fight.
All your life? Was it a cash call day?
All calls were cash calls.
Okay, real quickly. Marlon says, I'm not mad at what Will did. What he did, I respect Chris for what he did. I'm mad at Chris for not responding the way I felt he should have. I agree with that. Bridget said BC had a bad day. You look like you had a bad day because you ain't got your hair on. You just got it up in the little bun situation. Crystal over here looking like
natural hair. I have hair, people. At least I don't have my hat on.
Right.
I don't even look like Cleo right now. Like, right. I don't even remember.
So ladies, let me tell you how I'm seeing this. I got Nikita up here looking like a naughty professor. She got the glasses on, the nice shirt, but with the push-up bra, letting you know you can get this A. You just have to be a sniper. That's what I'm just saying. And then you got Crystal over here. She got the I Love New York weave thing going on with the lips and the bamboo earrings. Look like, nigga, if you come over here, you got to get it and leave. I got to go to work in the morning. Fuck the bullshit. And then you got BC over here. BC just look like, nigga, I'm coming over your house. you better have this. Look, I brought my bottle, which means you got 15 minutes because gas is too goddamn high. You have your shit ready when I get there, or it's the end of the road. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. All right, ladies, let me ask y'all a quick question. Let's just be honest. Being as dismayed of what happened, we all have our differences of opinions and stuff like that. Do you think this will set our culture back or impact our culture already than what it is? Now, we're not saying this whether who's right or wrong. We're just talking about the situation itself. Do you think that it's going to set us back, it's going to impact the culture, or white people don't even give a shit?
Some ignorant ass is going to say something about, see, that's that black on black crime, or some ignorant ass comments. I'm going to say, honestly, good, bad, or otherwise, in the grand scheme of things.
Yes, she said it again. Yes.
Every single person in that room is like so far above my tax bracket. I honestly don't give 2 fucks on what the hell they do.
Wait a minute, she said above my tax bracket.
And at the end of the day, I mean, even the after parties, at the end of the day, the stuff in their little swag bags is still more than I probably make in a month. So it's above me. It's above me. I just feel it's no different than some of these other things that people do. I got kind of burnt out having this conversation with him yesterday. So, I said what I said. I saw the apology that Chris Rock came out with. I believe Will did not apologize to Chris, but he did apologize to the Academy. But I don't even
No, he did. He apologized to Chris later on.
Oh, he hasn't? Okay.
I seen a post where they both apologized to each other, but then they were saying that they were fake. But I honestly believe that this is just me. Regardless of what had happened, I do think that's not Will Smith's character. And I'm a huge Will Smith fan. I met him twice, just in passing. In everything that I've read of him and what I've seen of him, I just think he had a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Of sometimes people you gonna catch your ass beaten that's not meant for you. Honestly, I feel some of that was like build up from everything else that had happened. I feel, and I'm not even trying to be funny, if you're gonna go on a smacking rampage, you need to go hit up August. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna. But I don't think it was all. I think Chris got it. He kind of deserved. He should have been doing that. But I don't think that was all intended for him. I think Will had just had enough. And then, like I said, she cut him a look. And that's it. That's all. Men know about that look.
Thank you. I agree with that. So real quickly, I got a good friend of mine, DJ Natty Ranks, who's probably one of the dopest DJs, who does all the African music. He's a dope dude, man. I love this dude. And shout out to him, because when I first got into doing security for Africans, he gave me my first chance of doing security. And because of him, I was able to insert myself into a niche and a family. I love you, DJ Natty. But anyway, he said at first it looks like it was staged until Will started cussing. I think it was not right for their actions. I do agree with that it was not right. It just wasn't right. I'm gonna keep. I already said my piece. I'm gonna leave that alone.
You still said insert. He said insert, y'all. He said insert.
He said, "Thanks, boss. You always deliver." I do. That's because I need the money, man. Gas is expensive. And the next time I do a show, I'm bringing these 3 crazy ladies with me. They dealing with all the Africans, not me. I'm gonna just sit back and collect the money and stuff like that. And so Ebony says we can mention the fact that he hardly slapped that white man who kissed him in the mouth. No, he did slap that white man. He slapped. Everybody talks about that he slapped white man, but also remember he was in a whole nother country too. He was on that certain thing. You just can't be slapping white men in foreign land because your ass ain't gonna come back. I don't care what she say. What did he say? He said they welcome. So he said y'all welcome. Y'all coming. Next time I have a security party with the Africans, I'm bringing all 3 of y'all. So, let's talk about some upcoming stuff that's coming up really, really quick. We have a Easter egg hunt. The Cypher TCC has an Easter egg hunt. April 10th, 3 p.m., Shelter 7 at the Swope of the Park. I'm gonna put all the links and stuff in the description below. And we want to bring all your kids out. It's a safer environment. BC will be there. Keita Boo will be there.
What she drinking on? What's she drinking on?
New Amsterdam black.
Black.
100 proof.
Oh Lord, Keita, you had that before?
137 proof. Woo.
I don't drink alcohol like that.
Oh, that's she said black. That means, yeah, that means that make your boo boo come out runny.
I got some 137 proof that'll put you on your ass.
What really? Oh.
Okay. In other news, we gonna touch on this subject.
Booty calls and text messages.
No, we ain't talking about that. In other news, we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna get out of here real quickly. We're talking about what's her name, Ketanji, the black lady that's trying to be the Supreme Court Justice lady.
Jackson Brown.
Right, her. Ketanji Brown something, her. So real quickly, what do y'all think and how she's handling it, and what's your perspective of it?
Now,
I'm mad that nobody can pronounce her name right.
If anybody deserved to be slapped, those men that was in her face boldly being racist and pricks and being jackasses, if she'd have got up and slapped all of them, I wouldn't have been mad about it. But what you said, the grand scheme of things, she couldn't do it because they'd be like, "Look, I told you, she ain't qualified. Right. She can't handle herself." I think.
Another angry black woman.
Now hold on, I gotta cuss out the homie real quick. So Santa Claus said Tupac punched him in the eye about Jada. No, Tupac did not punch Will Smith in the eye about Jada. Stop watching TMZ Live on Thursdays. Okay, so we're talking about Ketanji. Bridget said she loves her. I think, and this is just how I feel about that whole situation, they are thoroughly upset at the fact that it's a black woman.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now probably keep in mind, because she's a woman and because she's black. Mm-hmm. Now, if it had been, they didn't go this hard about Donald Trump's nominees, who were not as qualified as this lady. They're not even a fourth of qualified as this lady is.
And I think it might have to do with the fact of her name, because, like I said, I'm not even being funny, but the fact that her name is so hard to pronounce.
Yeah,
it almost gives that ghetto. I mean, not ghetto, but to them, it's the fact that you can't pronounce her name. Like if she was named Betty or something, even though she's black, if she was named Betty, it's just the fact. Add to it, now we can't even pronounce her name, and that just makes it even worse. Like they're just
and what's crazy is that with the Western society and this Western Good Boys Club, what's in the Senate and stuff like that, you know, they're trying to keep it pure. They don't. I mean, remember they had Clarence Thomas in there, and he was just a straight embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? You know, although it happened a long time ago, you know, I still think that she would make a very good Chief Justice about her knowledge of the law. You know, I'm gonna tell you who I think would make a damn good Supreme Court judge, and that's because he literally wrote the law books. Judge Joe Brown. If he ain't dead now, is he alive still?
Yes, he alive.
And, you know, he old as hell. You know,
he ain't that old.
You know, but what's crazy is what a lot of people don't know is Judge Joe Brown literally has wrote what they call the Black Law Dictionary. It is the dictionary that they use in law school, which defines the terms and case laws and stuff like that. It's like their Bible and stuff like that. And he has been sitting on that panel for going on 40 years and is one of the chief authorities on the Black Law Dictionary. This dude knows so much of, and they asked him why didn't he ever, run for it and stuff. He straight out said, because I'm black and I can make more of a difference writing the law and interpreting the law instead of judging the law. And I thought that was a profound statement when he made that comment and stuff, because that dude is deep when it comes to law. Like he knowing about laws and stuff in the 30s and 40s. I'm like, nigga, we weren't even alive then. We don't get two shits about that type of stuff. BC, leave the ice alone.
She at home. Leave her alone.
And that's how you know she had a hard day. I'm telling y'all, if y'all see BC just sitting on the side of the road sleep, that's because her and Paul had a conversation. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on. Thank you for everybody's opinions. We all may not agree, but we are family, and I love the dialogue. I love the commentary. I know we're going to get a whole bunch of shit because of this show, but that's okay. We don't give a shit. So we're going to pay some bills real quickly, and then we're going to get out of here and do a final thought. You are listening to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where we come on every Tuesday, every other Tuesday, or whenever we give a damn about coming on. You can find us on our Facebook page at the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. You can find me on YouTube at Dominic McKinney, Snapchat at Dominic29. If you want to be a blessing to the show or these lovely ladies, because they do take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, purses, book bags, food stamps if you got it, gas, we take gas cards. You know, because gas is kind of high. You know, just saying. You can also find me on TikTok at Dominic41 or at IG at Dominic29. You can find Brenda Castleberry at Brenda Castleberry on Facebook and on TikTok and IG at Igmignatic Surf. Still can't pronounce that, though. You can find Crystal at Crystal_Alish on the ground. And you can also find Nikita at Nikita Hightower on Facebook and Kita Boo 33 on of the gram and stuff. So Bridget says, good night, family. And Santa Claus said, got slapped this weekend for whoever. What? I got slapped. Oh, shut up.
I mean, bring it, Santa Claus. What's up?
Did you tell him bring it?
I got some ho for your ass. Bring it. Come on, let's go.
She says she got some ho for your ass. All right, y'all. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Don't call my phone. That's my word. Don't call my phone. If you know you are not right, don't call my phone. Just don't do it.
If you know that you're too sensitive, don't sit your bald-headed ass up front in front of a comedian and get mad when he say what he got to say.
Real shit. I don't, even at the Improv, I refuse to sit in the first two rows. Nope. Fuck you. I'm about to be in the back in the dark.
Well, BC, you know you banned from going to the Improv.
I'm not banned from going to the canteen.
You were so banned. Jacoby, I've talked to Jacoby personally. He is very upset with you because
Bobby trumped Jacoby, so I can go
put you on the list, and you didn't make the list. All right, Crystal, you got your last final thoughts?
My final thought is, for me, because I've been in the hospital for the last 3 days, just got out. So
yeah, she had a baby, y'all.
No, I did not. Had 2 blood transfusions. But anyway, I'm just thankful to be here, period. Because I lost my cousin that was 40 years old. We the same age. So I try to live my life the way I want to. So, and leave my legacy in case I leave too soon. You know what I'm saying? So I am blessed to be here, and I live each day as that. And if you ain't in this circle, if y'all didn't check on me when I was in the hospital, F y'all too. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, period. So,
well, unfortunately, nobody. Well, here, how's she gonna be mad that nobody checked on her in the hospital when she was unconscious, getting blood pumped in her, and she don't even know what the hell going on?
I know, but your hair and lashes are popping. So what's the problem?
Right.
You don't look it. You don't look like what you've been through, and that's all that matters.
Right.
Duff looks like what you've been through, but you don't look like what you've been through.
Right. BC just looked like she cleaned the chimney last week. Hair still messed up. That's why she drinking because.
Shut up, Dom.
I promise you, I can still go to the gas station and come home with a sugar daddy if I apply myself. Keep on.
I believe you can, especially in Wyandotte. They old, ain't got no teeth. They just sit at the gas station waiting. Yeah, girl, what you doing?
They like them yellow moms. Shut up.
Although we did say you look like an extra and set it off that never made it on the film. You was just getting the water for the people and stuff. All right, y'all, we about to get out of here. Thank everybody for tuning into the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where ain't no subject taboo. We talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. And until the next time, peace!